Hi, I'm John Kennedy and today we're going to be looking at the Huawei P8 smartphone. Okay, right from the beginning you do get the sense that with the Huawei P8 smartphone, the Chinese telecoms giant is trying to do something very, very different. I mean, I'll just say look at this packaging alone. The device itself is an attempt really to kind of shake up the smartphone market as we know it, but I think what they're trying to do is quite difficult. The P8, as you can see, has a beautiful screen. It's a 5.2-inch device, runs on Android Lollipop, and you know, at the moment it's hard to really say what's different with all smartphones because they all do the same things. They all have the same quad-core processors. They all have either 16 gigs or 64 gigs of storage, and they're all very, very beautifully designed, as you can see here. This phone has you know, an all-metal body. Its particular model is titanium grey. It weighs about 144 grams, so very light. I would say on a par with the Samsung S6. I think the S6 is just maybe a slight bit lighter, and obviously the S6 comes with either a straightforward screen or a curved screen. It has basically all the attributes you'd expect with an Android phone, only it doesn't have the menu screen. So as you can see, you can go into all the apps and group them in the apps, and this gives it a very much a similar feeling to the iPhone. And I think this is pretty much where Huawei are going with this. They're trying to really bring out a device that will compete with the iPhone 6 but set itself apart from other players in the smartphone market. Other similarities, as you probably can see, bring this up, suddenly you've got this menu as well, which is very, very, very similar to iOS 8. The feature where you can pull up your torch lights and all that kind of stuff. So I usually try to tell phones apart really in terms of the performance of their cameras more than anything else. And in this case, I think that was one of the winning features of the device. The camera is, it's got a really, really very cool way of auto-focusing on things. You know, makes photographs fun and easy. It doesn't give you the menu clutter that you get with, say, the iPhone or any of the other smartphone devices. So it's pretty cool, pretty easy to use, and that was definitely an outstanding feature for me. The autofocus works seamlessly, and you can also go back into HDR and all those other forms to really take pictures that are astonishingly beautiful and not hard to take. Okay, so again, like all other smartphones on the market, they are all very similar looking, but in this case, what I really liked about the Huawei P8 was the dual SIM parts of the device, where basically you can put in a nano SIM, a standard SIM, but also the standard SIM tray can also be used to store an SD card as well. So some very clever design there, and again I think people can use this as a phone that's both for personal use and professional use. Another winning feature on the device I thought was the battery. I went for about 3 days on a single charge and found it to be quite a workhorse. So overall, I give this phone 3 out of 5 stars. I think it's a pretty good investment. It's slightly cheaper than the other phones in the marketplace. Very stylish. Again, it's very hard to distinguish phones these days because they're all really well designed and they all are around the same screen size. The 3 things that win it for me are the camera, the battery and the display. I think it's a really good device, holds its own, and comes with 1 or 2 extra features that I think will just set it apart.